Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to show you one of the models from Makita's 18-volt range, the DMP180 compressor. You'll see it's a handy machine, but I won't say more. Let's check it out in the next segment. See you in a moment. So here is the compressor in question, the Makita DMP180. It's a machine that's compatible with all 18-volt batteries from Makita, specifically the LXT range. So that means if you already own batteries from the same range, you can reuse them with this compressor. As for the motor, it's a standard brush motor, so that's not really a problem for this type of device, even though you don't necessarily get the benefits of a brushless motor, like better battery life management and longer motor lifespan. As for handling, as you can see, this is a device that stands on its own and can be set down quite easily. There are even rubber pads under the feet to keep it in place. So it's stable, there's no difficulty at all, and you can set it down next to the tire you want to inflate. As for the handle, you can see it has a pretty classic Makita handle with a rubber grip that offers a good hold. There's also a trigger that lets you control the compressor and activate it when you want to use the automatic mode. So overall, it's a machine that's also easy to carry thanks to this handle, and it weighs 1.04 kilograms. So that's of course the weight of the machine without the battery. To turn it on, there's nothing complicated about it. You just need to press this button once, and then you can follow the information displayed on the indicator. With this button, you can choose the display mode, and most importantly, switch from PSI mode to bar or KPA mode depending on your needs. And here you can set the pressure you want to fix. So here, for example, I've set it to 2.5 bars to inflate, say, a mountain bike tire. We'll see in a moment how the automatic mode works. And as you can see, it lets you adjust it, and it's actually pretty easy and quick to do. You can even hold the button down to go faster. You see, really, it's effortless. As for the hose, as you can see, we have a fairly long hose here that's 65 centimeters long. So that's fine, it's reasonable. In any case, it's more than enough to set it down next to the tire and still have enough slack to easily reach the tire's valve. We even have here two little plastic pieces that let you keep the hose in place. Although I would have liked to be able to store the hose completely and not have this part hanging around everywhere. And also, another feature is that there's a reinforcement here that helps prevent the hose from getting damaged at the end, which can happen with this kind of device. As for the accessories that come with this machine, you get the little nozzles, the three standard small nozzles you usually find with this type of device. So as you can see, they're neatly stored at the front. There's no risk of losing them or having them disappear, even during transport. So we have the small nozzle, the little adapter to use this compressor as a blower, and then there's the small needle, which lets you inflate a ball. And finally, the small adapter so you can inflate tires with small valves. Just before we move on to a demonstration of this cordless compressor, you should know that in terms of technical specs, this compressor can reach a pressure of 8.3 bars, which is more than enough to inflate most car and bike tires without any trouble. For larger tires, though, it might be a bit more difficult. And as for the airflow, it's 12 liters per minute, which isn't huge, but it's pretty much in line with other compressors in this same range that I've seen on the market. Now let's see this device in action. So I'm simply going to start by connecting the hose to my tire's valve. So that's really easy to do with the lever. Next, I turn on the device. I start by checking the pressure. Right now, I'm at 2.35 bars. For the rear tires, I'm going to set it to 2.6. So I simply set it to 2.6 using the plus or minus button, depending on, of course, the pressure I want to have. So with this device, there's no automatic inflation, but there is an automatic stop for inflation. The difference is that I'll have to keep the trigger pressed down to inflate. But on the other hand, it will stop once the pressure I've set is reached. So now I can start inflating. So I press. There you go, my 2.6 bars is reached. Well, the pressure of 2.6 bars is reached. So the device stopped by itself, even though I was still holding down the trigger. So it's true that it's a bit of a shame not to have automatic inflation, which would have been more convenient and is something you find on some compressor models, but at least we do have automatic shutoff, which means you don't have to pay attention to what's displayed, since the device will stop by itself once the desired pressure is reached. As you saw, we're dealing with a pretty simple machine, but above all, it's quite effective. It will let you inflate tires up to 8.3 bars, and of course, also bike tires and any kind of ball you might need to inflate, thanks to the accessories that come with the compressor. So 8.3 bars, it's true that's a bit less than some other devices you can find on the market, which can reach up to 11 bars, for example, but it's more than enough for inflating standard car tires and of course bike tires as well. So if you don't have any special requirements, this should be more than enough for you. And as for the airflow rate, that is the amount of air the compressor can deliver, which basically determines the inflation speed. This device can reach 12 liters per minute, which is in line with other similar devices you can find on the market. As for handling, it's actually pretty good. We have a device that's pretty stable, and it sits easily next to the tire you want to inflate. There's also a hose that's 65 centimeters long, which is more than enough to reach the valves no matter where they are on the tire. And what I also really like is that the accessories are stored at the front. They're held securely in place, which means you can carry them with the device without worrying about losing them during transport. And finally, regarding the price, you should know that this compressor is usually sold bare, meaning without a battery or charger, for around 85 euros. So I think that's a reasonable price if I compare it to other equivalent brands you can find on the market. So this is a compressor that will let you easily inflate just about any type of tire, including balls, without any trouble. And as a result, it offers good value for money, especially if you already have Makita brand batteries. So as usual, if you're interested in this compressor, feel free to check the description. I'll put the references for the best sellers there, at least those offering this compressor at the best price. Alright, this video is now coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't hesitate to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. In any case, I'll see you very soon for a new video. See ya!